Okay, a brief channel update and some channel plans. So you may have noticed yesterday I didn't do any Euro 2024 content, and there's a reason for that. I was actually thoroughly engrossed in the endurance race at Watkins Glen, which is run by the IMSA series in the US, 6 hour endurance race. And that was a very attritional race. Now, unfortunately, it overran. It clashed with, should I say, the football last night. So the Germany, Switzerland, and the Scotland, Hungary games, I didn't do match reviews for because I couldn't watch them because I was fully engrossed in the 6 hours of the Glen Motor Race, which has now given me another idea for further content on the channel. I'm going to start doing more motorsport videos, especially surrounding the IMSA series, because that's my favourite motorsport racing series at the moment. I've fallen out of love with British touring cars. I think some of the regs they've got going just don't work. It just doesn't have the same impact to me that it did 5-10 years ago. Not a fan of F1. Again, I think the regulations and the fact that it's behind a paywall, it's not easily accessible, and you've got to pay through the nose to watch it. No, and they completely changed the format. No, no, thank you. No. The IMSA series, though, is easily accessible. You can watch it live on YouTube or on IMSA TV if you're outside the US, and there is no adverts. So the IMSA TV will give you go on their website, and it will give you the listing of what tracks they're going to next, and you can watch every single race live ad-free on their IMSA website. And they have a select number of big races, such as the endurance races, and some of their support package live and free on YouTube. So you have a choice, and it's free and it's accessible. Now, this is where sports like F1, MotoGP, World Superbikes could go. Well, we do have a broadcast deal, but for those that either can't afford to watch with that broadcaster, why not use YouTube? Why not have our own? Here's our own streaming service. Why? And I think IMSA do it very well, and their commentary. The commentary team is hilarious. Mostly British commentary team in the US, although they do have some American commentators on there as well. It's fantastic, and it's given me an idea to have more IMSA content. I don't do a lot of motorsport content, and I realised very quickly that actually I do get asked a lot of questions in live stream about motorsport, and I do think that as a massive motorsport fan, that maybe I should start doing more motorsport content on the channel. I think it would be a great benefit to the channel, but also give those sports fans who may not like football or rugby league or ice hockey or some of the sports that I really like, as well, some of the team sports I like, something that content that they can enjoy. I'm a massive fan of motorsport. I've got books on the subject. I've got merchandise, and I don't think I do enough content on the motorsport. I really don't. And the fact that the IMSA series, the IMSA categories, which is owned by NASCAR, by the way, it's a subsidiary, but the IMSA series does their content really well. The fact it's free and accessible, and they have a good media deal in the US as well with NBC and Peacock, but they have IMSA TV for the global audience, and they have their YouTube channel. And if you do miss the race on IMSA TV, or you do miss some races, they'll post all their races on their YouTube channel in full with no ad breaks. It is fantastic. So the way they've gone about growing their product, realising very quickly through their YouTube channel, if we stream this live, we can reach a bigger audience than we currently do already, and we can grow the fan base. It's a great series. It's great. It's fantastic, and I do suggest anyone who's a motorsport fan check out the IMSA YouTube channel, and you'll be stunned at some of the racing that they have. Their endurance racing, like 24 Hours of Daytona, Petit Le Mans, 12 Hours of Sebring, 6 hours of the Glen. They're going to Indy for a 6 hour race. They've got Virginia International Racetrack. They've got some good racing coming up, and they bookend their season with 24 Hours at Daytona and the 10-hour Petit Le Mans at Atlanta International Raceway. It's just fantastic, and it's a great way sometimes to spend a weekend. And the support package is brilliant as well, all the way from the Mazda MX-5 Cup all the way up to the TCR and GT4 series they've got going, to the LMP3s and the other GT4 series they've got going, to the Mustang Challenge, to the Porsche Carrera Cup. They've got a lot of support package to go alongside the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, which is their top championship. Very, very similar to the British Touring Car Championship, which has a support package. Very, very similar to F1 when it has its support package. But they do it so well, and it's so accessible, and it's while the rules and regulations are different than some other motorsport categories when it comes to penalties and drive-throughs and warnings to drivers and grid penalties and time penalties, it is fun. And there's never a dull race. Never a dull race. And some of the circuits they go to, like Watkins Glen, Road America, they go to Atlanta, Daytona and Indy. I mean, they go to some really iconic racetracks. They go to Laguna Seca for a weekend, which is fantastic. The corkscrew, with hypercars going through the corkscrew, is a sight to see, because hypercars aren't designed to drop 12 stories in about 80 feet. You're not meant to go through. No, but they do it, and they get through, and you can see why some of these circuits F1 refuses to go to, because apparently they're unsafe, but actually they're great fun, and I think they're underrated, and a lot of people only realise that these circuits exist through playing Forza and Gran Turismo. But I tell you now, fantastic, absolutely fantastic race series, and I plan to do some more IMSA content. Also, on a final note, the channel growth has been fantastic, and I will continue, obviously, to do the Euro 2024 match reviews. We'll continue to, keep an eye on what's happening with coaching changes in a lot of sports. Obviously, I'll get back into my rugby league content with the NRL and the end-season test matches and the NRLW and the State of Origin, because the women's series gets concluded next week. Going to be fun to see if who takes that series. It's balanced at 1-1. Decider coming up, that's going to be fun. You've got the men's series, which sits at 1-0 to Queensland. Can Queensland seal the series with a 2-0 win? Can New South Wales get back into it? What's going on there? Michael Maguire, Madge is under a lot of pressure. So there's a lot of other content to do, but I'm going to do some more content in regards to motorsport, predominantly the IMSA series. But for me, for now, thank you very much for watching. And I will have some more content for you guys very, very soon.